Hey guys, Jonathan here. I'm just going to hop on and give you guys some background story to how the story I'm working on, Culmination 7, how it got to where it is now. There were two key events that took place in the past couple of years that kind of led up and attributed to what this story is now. One was in 2006. I actually wrote a poem called Gaining Ground, which is in the blog below, but it was about an emotional struggle, conflict that was going on in my head at the time. I think anyone who has somewhat good morals probably experiences this to an extent, but it was basically a struggle of you questioning yourself whether you're a good person or a bad person, and then that struggle going back and forth, determining whether you're good or bad. It's a bitter struggle that goes on in your head, and while it goes on, no one else around you is aware of it, yet at the same time all of them have a similar conflict going on, whatever that is, and yet you're not aware of the struggle that's going on amongst you. And that's kind of what the poem was about. And again, it's called Gaining Ground. You can check that out below. Another one was actually funny how it came about. My last trip to Iraq, I actually got in trouble, and as punishment I had to write an essay, which you can check that out below as well. It's called Shades of Gray. I had a day and a half. It was my 2 days off, and I had a day and a half to write this thing. I was informed to write a 5-page essay on what I thought leadership was, and there was these other guidelines, but I started writing it, and initially it seemed kind of pointless. Of course it was punishment, but as I started writing it changed somewhere along the lines when I was doing the free writing, and I actually really enjoyed it because it became something I had no intention or initial plan for it to become. But what that became was I ended up forming different caricatures of leadership, different leadership styles, and that was the core of that essay, was different leadership caricatures and how they basically led. And the two of those together is what led up to this story I'm working on, Culmination 7. It deals with the main character Daniel, his internal struggles. He's battling some emotional issues and trying to figure out. He wants to think he's a good guy and what he's doing is just, but he has these other things that's happening in this past he's having trouble dealing with. That was, of course, it's kind of pulled from the poem, and the other portion from the essay dealing with the characters. That was my first real experience with characters, but how he goes about dealing with them is in his mind, in the struggle, all his problems take form in caricatures that represent his troubles, and what they actually are. The Culmination 7 is actually the 7 sins. So each sin is a different caricature, and you see pretty much the traits and quirks that go along with those caricatures. But it has a really profound meaning underneath it all, and I think it's going to be something that I think it'll appeal to a big audience. I'm pretty excited about it, and as I keep progressing with the story, I'll be sure to post more and keep you guys updated. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.